Hello, my friends. Welcome back to your channel Stock Dr. RR. Today we are going to discuss about Nasdaq, Dow Jones, S&P 500, Russell, and precious commodities, gold and silver. Before we go ahead and start our analysis, in case you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon. You will get notification of all videos and shorts which I post on this channel. If you see today, just some time back, I have posted three important shots, one on the MDB, second on the snow, and third is on FIBN. So subscription to this channel and hitting the bell icon is very important so that you will get timely aware of all the updates. So before we start our analysis, first go ahead and see the economic calendar. We have one major important data coming on Tuesday, that is February 13, that is the inflation data, and based on that market is going to decide its further direction. So keep in mind that there is one important event coming on February 13th, that is coming Tuesday. So let's go ahead and start our analysis on the index. So this is the chart of Nasdaq 100. Let me change the time frame to monthly, okay, first, because if you see the monthly, there is a breakout on the monthly chart. Yes, the month is not finished yet. It needs 17 days to finish this month. You can see here it says 17 days, but you can see that previous high of Jan 2022, December 2021, and November 2021, Nasdaq 100 broke those highs right now. And if we see the weekly chart also broke above 17,700. And this is the daily chart. And now we are going to check 4 hourly chart and try to get the levels here. So this is the 4 hourly chart. Okay. And on the 4 hourly chart, I can see that the next resistance or the next up move is for 18,250 and 18,500. Is this possible? Yeah, it's possible. Only we need to see that we Nasdaq 100 needs to stay above 17,850 and 17,700. This is an important support area. There are two possibilities. Either on Monday or the coming week, we can directly go towards this target, or Nasdaq 100 can take some rest, and that should be, or you can say the profit booking after this up move, right? It can go back towards 17,850 or 17,700, and then it can take a U-turn from here, or as I said before, without coming down to these levels, it can directly go towards 18,250. So this is very important. We need to watch whether Nasdaq 100 make its move directly to the upside, or it should take some profit booking and then come up. So this was for the upside. For the downside, if we talk about, then on the downside, it says that if when there should be a shorting, or you can say the uh downside in the market, that should be below 17,700. So unless we are not trading and sustaining below 17,700, we should not think about selling the market. But yes, if it starts trading below 17,700, then definitely you can see a dip towards 17,500 and 17,430. But overall, as I shown you, weekly and monthly charts looks very strong. If there is any dips, then that should be good to accumulate some quality stocks, or the trades which you are looking for. So this was about the Nasdaq 100. Now let's talk about Dow Jones. For the Dow Jones, you can see the same thing. Uh, Let me hide the chart on the monthly chart so that it will be easy to understand. So this is the monthly chart. You can see same like Nasdaq 100. Uh, November 2021, December 2021, and Jan 2022, uh, those highs are already, broke by Dow Jones. If we see the weekly, weekly also looks very strong. If we see the daily, daily is here. And now we will unhide the chart and try to understand what Dow Jones has, doing. So these, I have not, you know, removed the levels of Dow Jones, because you remember, the 2 weeks back when we did the analysis, I clearly mentioned that this is a box. If we get a breakout from the box, which it happened on this day, you can see on 30 Jan. After the breakout, it immediately took a first target, second target, and third target almost, done. And after that, it gave some pullback. So this is the, day chart, then this is a 4 hourly chart. So again, the same thing for, uh, Dow Jones. If you see, 38,900, this is the level to be watched. If, this 38,800, so let me mark it in a black, so we can say that this is the area of, uh, support, right? So you can see here, if it managed to go and trade above 38,800, then 39,000 and 39,200 are the minimum upside target for the Dow Jones. And if it starts trading below 38,800, then it can again come back here, 38,500, and take a support here. And from this support, again, you know, it can, think of going up from here. On the contrary, the downside, when will be the good place to, do a selling? That should be below 38,500. On, trading and sustaining below 38,500, you can see that there is a first downside which is coming around 38,300. Let me mark it in a red, right? This is the first, and the second is coming at 38,000. So let me revise again. On trading and sustaining below 38,500, you are going to see 38,300 and 38,000. These are the two downside levels. But looking at the current structure in the market, I think market wants to go toward 39,000 and 39,200 soon. So that was for the Dow Jones. And now let's go ahead and see the chart of uh, S&P 500. For S&P 500, let's pull up the chart. First, we will see monthly, and then weekly, and then daily. The same way we did for Nasdaq and Dow Jones. So we will hide the chart first and try to understand the monthly levels. Monthly, you can see on a verge of breakout, same like in 2021 and late 2022. Okay, just a moment. So that was alert which I put on Russell. The alert hit its target. You can see here, this was alert I gave. You can see here, this alert got hit actually. That I was thinking about going it about 2022 and the target hit, which we are going to discuss, in just a couple of minutes. So this is the chart of S&P 500. You can see here monthly it has already trying to break, and the weekly is here. This is also, if after 1 year almost, it reached the weekly high. And then this is a day chart. And now we are unhiding the chart and try to dissect, where the S&P 500 wants to go now from here. Okay, so this is the chart of S&P 500. Now this resistance will act as a support, area of support. So right now we can see here, it clearly says that uh, S&P 500, if it respect the level of 5,000, right? It will go towards the 5,150 should be the first target, and 5,250 should be the second target. Now, if any profit booking comes because of the CPI data, okay, on Tuesday, there might be possibility that it can go back toward 4850, and then from here again it starts it rally. So these are the targets. Now, on the downside, if it starts trading below 4850, then we can think of, going down for the target of 4730 and 4650. So these are the levels for S&P 500. Now, the last index is Russell. So Russell looks quite impressive to me. Okay, there is lot of upside pending in Russell. So for the Russell, you can see here. Let's hide the chart first. And then reset Russell. You can see monthly chart. This is, just showing that it was just consolidating. Okay. And in the weekly, you can see there is a breakout. Okay. So let's see how we are saying the breakout on the weekly. Okay, so this is the weekly chart, and where we can see that there is a breakout. Now, why? Because you can see it was trading in this long-term weekly channel. Okay, okay. Let us, yeah. So here you can see, uh, this was the first stop. This was the second. This was the third. This was the fourth. And then this is a trend line resistance. And then you can see the bottom here, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, it went down more, and then again, it mashed up. Now, what I'm seeing on this chart, this is very important. Now we will convert it into the day chart, and we will remove these drawings. Okay, on the day chart. So this is very important. If you see here, now this is on the verge of breakout. Right now it is trading at 2023 because the futures are opened. Now the first, immediate resistance it has at 2045. If it breaks and holds this 2045, then you are going to see the big level of 2130, 2200, and 2250. What is the condition that it needs to break 2045 and hold above it? So that is the most important condition we should remember. It should start trading and sustaining about 205040 level. So that would give a 4% first upside, then total 7.6, and then 10. So 10% upside is pending in Russell. And remember that Russell is kind of index which is very, very volatile. So one should you know note that. Now, when is the downside in the Russell? The downside would be below 1950. If it starts trading below 1950, then you can see 1900 and 1865. These are the downside target for the Russell 100. Now we are quickly going to talk about two precious commodities, gold and silver. For the gold, so we will unhide the drawing. Drawing is unhide already. So it's taking us bit time to load. So gold chart is loaded, and there is nothing special in the chart of the gold. You can see it is continuously trading between 2050 and 2039 on the monthly chart. Then this is a weekly. Uh, okay. It's taking bit time. It's a weekly, and then you can see it's a daily chart. So we will talk on the daily chart here. I want gold, to start trading about 2050. Once it starts trading about 2050, then you will see the level of 2100. Okay, so now you can see the chart has loaded. All I want is that it should start trading about 2050. Okay, once it starts trading about 2050, then definitely, it can crack the level of 2100, which is pending from long time. And if once it crack that, then 2150 and 220, these are the levels. Now, if it, don't go towards 2050, it starts trading below that only, then you are going to see that it is again trying to touch 2050 and 2000. But I think gold has to, go up from here. So let's see how it performs. And then after that, we have the last index, and that is silver. So silver is loading here. Okay, so this is the silver chart. Now on the silver chart, you can see here, this is a day chart we'll talk about. Silver has a support at 2022.25 and resistance as at 23. So it needs to cross 23. Okay, 23 it needs to cross to get the level of 24, 24.50 and 25.20. This is pending from very long time. So we need to watch. But I just want to show one thing on weekly chart here. So this is the weekly chart. Okay, so weekly chart, you can see that slowly some buying is coming on silver on the weekly basis. Uh, it has exhausted for the downside, and you can see here it has exhausted, and now this U-shaped recovery should come here. So uh, keep silver on a radar. And downside in the silver, we will talk that after, if it's not sustaining above 22.25, then we will talk about the downside, and that can go towards 21.75 and 21.25. You can see here. Okay, let me clear this. So for the silver, you can see here once it starts trading below 22.25 here, this 22.25, the day it will break and sustain below 22.25, then you will talk about 21.75 and 21.25. So this was all about, these four major indexes and the precious commodities. I hope you learned something today with this chart. We try to understand the market structure. And last but not least, in case you have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon, and let's learn and earn together. Thank you, my friends. You have a good one.